picking up with Threefold Conspiracy, Book 6, Puppets Without Strings. We are continuing our investigation we started last time. Let's see what happened. The group met with Orson and Effecta, their steward allies, and had a meeting through Communit with Director General of the Stewards, Lynn Camulin, who has given them the opportunity to help out for a reward to be claimed in the future. There was some light investigation that took place, transference of a few files from Effecta and Vorson to the party. Let's see what you all remember. Just throw that handout of nominees.
I just know
back.
that Hasselhoff seems suspicious, and that's where Peaches wanted to go first.
So
Someone named
Jenga, yep. Here was the list of the nominees that you're investigating. You have investigated... you were given some files from the stewards on a few of them, and you did a little bit of diplomacy, wandering around the station, getting some info on 3 of them. Does anyone remember what you learned last time?
The Hasselhoff.
The Hasselhoff. What about him?
He recently stepped down for unknown reasons.
It wasn't recently, actually. It was quite a while ago.
Oh.
I was about to say, I thought he was the one that like was completely off the books as far as suspicion because he's just not even a guy anymore.
It was the 80s when he stepped down.
Basically, it was the
1989,
80s.
actually. And then he recently reprised his role in a satirical action movie called Kung Fu.
No.
Yes.
After going to a different planet and temporarily becoming a music star.
Exactly.
Didn't
brief
he get
cameo
hammered
in SpongeBob.
Yeah, didn't he get drunk and eat a sandwich while laying on the floor? Is that what ended his career?
Was that Hasselhoff? Thought that was
Why
Gary
is getting
Busey?
drunk
No,
and
Nick
sandwich
Nolte. Was that Nick
or
Nolte?
bad? Why is that a bad thing?
Look, I'm not going to
Because
say
the bar for
that happened.
scandals used to be a lot lower before 2016, Amber.
Sure.
I'm just like, was it not his floor? Was it not his sandwich? Was he not clothed? What could be so terrible about eating
a
his
member
sandwich?
of Congress body slammed a guy off a banister and still got the support of the president. Like,
Yeah.
What could Hasselhoff possibly have done?
How he ate the sandwich. I think that's really what the problem is.
Sure.
Because as you can see from the video evidence, that is not how a human being eats a sandwich. I don't care how drunk you are.
Oh, there must be grape upon him in the sandwich. That's what
He
it
was
is.
exposed as a lizard person.
Oh, man.
Anybody who eats a sandwich like that, definite reptoid, so we know he's no good.
Their first time ever eating. Are you sure they're going to clone?
Sure.
How does sandwich work?
Oh God.
Bread, how does that work?
So actually, even though he has been out of the council for a while, I mean, he's currently looking to be reelected, and you did discover through the steward files that they gave you that he has made repeated transfers to KSN Interstellar, which was the company that put out the hit on you.
Yeah.
So he is actually kind of suspicious.
Definitely sus.
I don't know why, but I had that mixed up with another guy then.
Yeah, it was Hasselhoff. I will kind
I
of...
had that, for whatever reason, I had that written under the Drow. I guess I just took that note.
Are racist against Drow?
Yeah. You have not
Seems like
investigated her yet. I will just go back over the information that you definitely remember, but the audience might not remember. So, starting at the top, you have investigated the first 3 people on the list. Aram has been in the news quite a bit about, obviously, footage of you guys blowing stuff up that was attributed to him, which he, was able to easily deny because he's been here on the station this whole time.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. He also has a penchant for trying to limit the influence of the Barathu, and get laws enacted that would reduce their influence. He, like many of the other nominees, has dozens of accounts, but that's all the stewards could say about him. They didn't really have anything else.
Who can say?
Moving on to Gevalask Nor, the Aoxian representative. The diplomacy turned up basically nothing. You found some yokel that said they didn't know what he was up to, but it was definitely something. Oh, God.
I saw that
Classic.
Last time we played, it's mesmerizing.
Sure. The stewards know that he is responsible for several negotiations between or on behalf of the Pact Worlds with the Corpse Fleet, and his relationship with them makes the stewards uncomfortable. And then we just covered Housel Howe. The reason he left the council originally was because after the Swarm invasion, he was doing a lot of shady deals with biotech companies trying to sell bits of Swarm corpses.
Hasselhoff was doing that?
Yes.
And that's why he stepped down, you said?
Correct.
He must be the first to die.
So that would be 3. You still have Kuvina earned 2 investigation bits with her diplomacy check. So we can just go down the list for the next 2 if you want. Clendalik, the Sheeran. Page here. So the stewards didn't really have anything on her, strangely. But the word on the street is that she doesn't really show up in public a lot. People think that this is because she's kind of out in it, doing a lot against external forces, the Swarm, the Islanti, anything like that. But those in the know say that it's because she's got too much experimental cyberware, and it's causing a bit of a distraction for her. And then the next person, the elf, Luciferin. Let's see. His name does come up quite a bit, but most of the conversation is focused on how mysterious he is, how little people actually know about him. There's someone you overhear in a bar that says, "All I've heard are these weird baseless theories. He's a pawn of Morgabard of the Thousand Spines, or a reptoid, or whatever. But most of his life occurred during the Gap, so he probably doesn't even know himself."
Shit.
And that is the one that the steward said has no secret accounts.
Which we also thought was pretty sus.
Which you did. Flex and Cornelius didn't actually make any checks to do investigation.
Oh,
So
Also does.
Yeah.
right. Super
so
sus.
if you guys want to do a quick diplomacy.
Can do.
Yeah. No, I ain't got that.
Okay. Cornelius gets another 2.
Here, I'll roll.
You don't find anything, Flex, unfortunately.
Shocking.
Not even about their celestial bodies?
No.
I was asked to give a
I mean, he probably
give a
finds a lot
diplomacy
of
check.
photos of them and, flexes to them.
That's information to Flex, so he just focused on that.
Sure. Cornelius, are there any two that you prefer me to do out of the remaining ones, or just keep going in order?
I might as well keep going in order. There's nobody else I can think of that we have anything else for, though.
Okay. So about the Kasatha you see there on the table, Milgid Navaris Kachal Andar of House Hadulin. The steward said that she has been tied to a few ultra-conservative groups aboard the Adari, and she's helped block some laws that would helped block laws whose blocking would help a man known as Florasic. And the word on the street is that it's kind of strange that she's the Adari's choice for a director. She's very experienced, but she's really, really old-fashioned. Listen to Talavet's teaching, sure, but go to a real doctor if you need one, right? And yeah. And that other name was the person she helped out.
Classic.
Then the last one there is Silas Starhammer. The stewards told you that he is popular among factions of the Church of Iomedae and the Knights of Galarian, who often clash with and despise Eoxians. And let's see. You find someone that says, "Oh man, have you seen his stream, the Lorecast? You should totally give it a watch. I learned way more about Galarian from his vids than in school. But I was surprised when he officially moved to Asoro to become a Pact Council representative. The Knights of Galarian won't officially endorse anyone, but I'm sure they all want him to win." And
Why?
you could look up the Lorecast if you want. It is like a shot-for-shot remake of InfoWars.
Ava could probably take a look at it and see just how accurate he is about Galarian.
Well,
I would say
Ava
very
apparently doesn't even know how to spell Galarian.
If it's InfoWars, it ain't that accurate.
Well, that's my point. Is that if it turns out she's like, yeah, none of this is right.
This jives.
But you don't remember anything about Galarian.
I don't. Yeah, I do.
You can't.
It's impossible.
It's gone.
He just doesn't remember the stuff that happened in the Gap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
saying, I thought that you remember before the Gap.
Yeah, you remember before then.
Well, we all think you made that up, so.
But you're making that up.
That's clone talk right there.
Great talk.
Okay.
Same
so
difference.
That took you guys wandering around.
Who did you say Thylus was a favorite among?
The Knights of Galarian.
And followers of Iomedae?
And the Church of Iomedae, yeah. Some factions of. So that took you guys about 4 hours to get all of that information. Meanwhile, Rix, you had originally rolled a computers check, and I forgot that there is some stuff that you can do on computers.
Yeah, dude, computers can do a lot of stuff nowadays, actually.
They can even make phone calls.
Let me find that.
I had to call Kevin over Wi-Fi earlier.
What? So while they are wandering the streets, thinking better of the situation, not wanting to wander around looking like a clone of Aram, you do a little computer searching, and you find a website. Maybe you guys had heard this from someone the other day, I can't remember, called, stupidly enough,
It's not a very nice way to call somebody.
Conspire.
Not Porn Finder.
Yep.
Did.
Yeah.
And you can see that there are several topics here that you could look at. There are
Look at that browser history.
many rumors. It's like an aggregation site for conspiracy theories of all kinds. And you can see that there's a lot of information about director Balaam Dory. That was the previous director that was assassinated from Triaxis.
Right.
There are also
Oh, man.
rumors about the Greys, rumors about Outreach, the Barathu director that had to step down, and some about the Reptoids.
Ooh, juicy.
What would you like to start with?
Reptoids.
Hey.
Yeah.
So you find just a substantial database of theories about reptoids. There are accusations against
Hypotheses.
yeah, sure, against every one of the directorate nominees. Several claiming entire species are reptoids. There are
Sounds
theories on or discussions about all of you being reptoids, especially after what happened at Gamut Bio.
Especially Ava.
Especially all of you.
Yeah, we focus on those.
The most
My
prominent
confirmation
discussion,
bias goes rampant.
sure. The most prominent reptoid discussion on the site revolves around an assassination video of the director that was killed.
So is this like public information? Like people all over the place are just talking about reptoids?
Yeah, it's like Reddit for conspiracy
I guess
theories.
I didn't realize that it was so out there.
You mean like all Republicans are lizard people? Yes.
Okay, but like
But here's the thing. If you had a super secret conspiracy theory, the best way to keep it secret is to make it so obvious that people think it's obviously fake.
Mm-hmm. There's a little bit more. You can see a long history of people accusing Housel Howe of being a reptoid from his earlier days on the directorate.
How dare they?
In addition, Luciferin as an elf is also commonly accused. Some theories even charge him and other elves of being a reptoid cabal who use
You
the
mean
hoax of the
there's-
gap to cover their
There's
tracks.
racial undertones to conspiracy theories?
Might be.
What?
Crazy.
You can take a look at that video of the assassination if you want.
Yeah, give me that snuff film.
You can see this discussion of this video spreads throughout kind of all of the other topics on the site, and even though it happened nearly a year ago, when you find a
I've been
link to the
overrun
video,
by Space Cat videos yet?
nah, not here. This is all for conspiracy shit.
Yeah, but still, come on.
When you pull it up, it is a shockingly low resolution video. And someone here, the poster is claiming that it shows the assassin turning into a reptoid after his death. It's one of the most viewed and discussed things on the site. But most of the users believe it to be a clumsy fake. Looking at it, it shows the director exiting the Planara and being struck by a ray of green light from off-screen. Zia Cho, who is the top right picture here on the screen, they rush to his side as he collapses and begins to turn to ash. A look of terrible grief is on their face. The camera swings widely to show the assassin, an unarmed male winterborn Riforian, whose shouts remain unheard over the panic of the surrounding crowd. Zia appears, their face now still and stoic, and they proceed to pummel the assassin to death. The assassin's body morphs into a reptilian form after it hits the ground, just before the video ends. But looking at the video, even with the grainy resolution, you've seen enough reptoids to know that that's a Vesk, not a reptoid.
so, but
So Zia Cho is definitely a reptoid.
yeah,
he's the guy who killed Lee Harvey Oswald.
who was assassinated again?
Director Balaam Dory. That name is...
That's pretty hardcore, assassinating someone with a disintegration spell.
why don't you make a computers check, Rix?
I
Try to enhance that video a little bit.
Enhance.
Enhance.
somebody hit an enhanced GIF for me in the Discord while I do this.
Enhance.
Oh, I
Mm,
didn't roll very well. Do I have one of that idol? By chance? He just leave it laying around?
I don't think she did.
Oh.
You could burn a hero point, or you could wait for someone else to help you out later.
How many do I have?
1.
Mm,
I mean, if it's something you can wait for someone else to take a look, I think hold it.
I don't know I can do that.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
All right. Okay. I'll use the hero. Yeah.
That'll do. So throwing all of your skills into deciphering this video, trying to get as much information as possible.
I chug a bunch of Mountain Dew and then redouble my efforts.
Right.
Hacker man.
You can see clearly that the corpse of the Vesk in this video is of higher quality than the rest of the scene, indicating it was edited in.
So it actually was a Reptoid. And then they edited the Vex body over it.
Who can
Or
say?
they just wanted to make it look like it was a Reptoid, and that was the closest they could get.
No.
No. Beyond the video itself, there's substantial conversation regarding the motives of the assassination and the video. The most popular theory is that someone, possibly Reptoids, was trying to push the Veskarium and Pact Worlds closer to war. Other theories suggest that Balaam was involved in a love triangle with Vora Rin and Zia Cho and was killed when one of them got jealous. Or that the director was actually a Reptoid and that Zia released the fake video to stop investigators from finding out the truth.
I could believe that. The last part.
When
She's a Reptoid and was trying to cover their tracks.
conspiracy theorists are right.
Or Zia is a gray and took the opportunity to eliminate a Reptoid to then replace the head of the council with a gray.
Yeah, I mean, sure, why not? At this point,
That is essentially
it's
what the plan was this time around.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the whole reason I exist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's exactly their plan.
Speaking of the
So-
Greys,
but-
go ahead.
I was going to say, but if that succeeded, then why would this have happened? Like, they wouldn't send you there to replace a gray.
What's better than one Grey clone on the council? 2 Grey
Yeah.
clones on the council.
Unless
You know
you're
what's better than
assassinating the
two?
other gray.
3 gray clones.
Exactly. Now you're getting it. Turning your attention to the Greys, Rix, you find
As always.
a lot of discussion on abduction reports. Many people are claiming to have been taken and stuff. But you're not seeing anything on the surface about any of the nominees. You could try a computers check, or you could bring a 2E character in here and make a society check if you wanted, because that's apparently a thing. Computers or culture?
I'm going to go with computers.
Good
I'm
call.
gonna go with culture.
Yeah, because I am uncultured swine.
Ooh, pork chops sound good.
So, after a bit of searching, you find a theory that posits that Aram disappeared during a long trip several years ago and was replaced by a gray clone. A commenter by the name of Terminal claims to have hacked into the security of the vessel and verified that Aram did disappear for several hours before reappearing in his quarters.
Terminal's the name we heard before, right?
Yeah.
Which is connected to Hasselhoff.
And at the end, the conclusion of all this concurrent investigation, Terminal sent a message to all of your comm units Um, the appearance of you, Rix, on the scene has brought new life to this theory, with commenters referring to the current Aram as Aram 2 and you as Aram 3.
Oh, geez. Now we got to worry about clones of our clones of our clones.
Probably most likely clones have a limited lifespan, and so the intent was for me to like sub in for the clone before it turned into a pile of goop.
So how long we got then?
Who knows?
Damn. Well, I'm going on vacation. See you later, guys.
Ask not for whom the bell tolls; it tolls for thee.
Oh man, did you guys get like Clone Wars?
They might have.
Ooh,
Well, that sucks.
we're the Bad Batch.
Man, I'm excited for that.
Heck yeah!
The final thing you can get from the website is information about outreach. You know that they had to step down for ties to a radical branch of Horus's faith. You can see the people here on Conspire believe this is a smear campaign. And the most popular theory is that Aram is normalizing blaming Barathu collectives for the actions of their components to weaken their political strength, which matches kind of what you know. Another theory is that the stewards themselves took down Outreach for threatening their control of the Pact Worlds.
Yeah, can't
and-
threaten those public sector unions like that.
Right. You do think that the information about the video that you uncovered would be valuable to the Director General.
Director General, the stewards?
Yes.
Okay.
Director Camulin.
Even in its current form? Like, kind of like trash at this point.
Well, Rix has essentially discovered that it was faked.
I feel like if I could discover it was fake, the steward should be able to discover it was fake.
Hey man,
but-
do you want to play this story with
They
me
don't-
or not?
They don't have the nanites that you have. Their nanites haven't been where yours have
Or
been.
do you want to stay on the station?
I need you to suspend some disbelief for me, okay?
The stewards are incompetent, okay? We're much more smarter than them.
True. Yeah.
I mean, they let themselves get infested with reptoids, so.
Or yeah, more likely the inspector general is a fucking reptoid and doesn't want to know that the video's fake.
Hmm.
I mean,
they're not
he
presenting
wasn't there in
like
person,
themselves
so
as a threat.
I couldn't smell him.
Okay, so this is the point, having completed all of your disparate investigations, where you would simultaneously receive this pixelated image on your comm unit of a sword stabbing into a data pad, which is
Terminal.
the icon of terminal.
Turning it off the old-fashioned way.
Okay.
So I'll set you free to do what you will.
I suppose, like, because I'm not actually from Triaxis, I'm a garbage clone from nowhere. I don't know anything about Vora Ren or Zia Cho because it would have been implanted.
Good question.
And like, I guess the same goes for Kuvina with Zia Cho. Like, even though she's like doing the same type of thing, since it's not a real backstory.
I feel like they might have given you that information, considering they're very prominent people from that planet.
But I didn't know who the suzerain was. So.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's fair.
yeah.
I did say that, so maybe not.
Mhm.
Maybe your current your pop culture knowledge is a little blank.
Or they were intentionally left out of our memory because they're gray spies and they don't want us going after them.
Perhaps.
Okay.
Where do we start?
Let me see here 1 second. So a couple things that came up. I think one of you asked last time about getting medical records from them,
Hmm.
which is something you can do.
And their taxes.
Yeah, you can check their taxes. You kind of already have their tax records, I think. Just what the stewards gave you. Find where the medical stuff is. Once you have given the director enough evidence, he will give you a warrant, which you could use to gain their medical records.
That's just a ploy to get us to give him all the information.
Is
I feel like I could just hack a medical system and get those records. I mean,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
medical systems
but
are.
doing it more legitimate sounds like a good guys. I realized that
Chaotic good.
I realized that me. No, I'm neutral good.
Oh, that still checks out.
I realize that we're accustomed to trying to do things the crazy and destructive way, but if we have a warrant, that sounds like the proper way.
What part of they are offering us a warrant as a way to bait us, giving them this evidence so that they can destroy it or otherwise manipulate it? Do you not understand?
Not everyone is a bad guy.
And
Just 9 out of 10.
I mean, what's the chain of custody for this evidence, and how many people does it go through, and what are the odds that one of them's a bad guy?
I mean, aren't there like
100%.
billions of people out here in the packed worlds? Probably like 0.0001% are bad guys.
That's still like 80 million people.
Okay, but still 0.0001% you'd run into one of them.
I don't know where you're getting your numbers from, but I don't think those are
Yeah.
right.
We've like run into a bunch of them.
Yeah, anecdotally, your evidence isn't holding up at all.
Sigh.
I don't like know much about statistics, but like we seem to have found like all of the bad people.
We've had to kill 10 people this week.
fair.
Well, I still want to go investigate Hasselhoff first. We got the most information to go off there, and
So there's that. The other, I think, primary lead is this terminal person.
well, do we have any leads as far as where to go to get more information about Terminal,
The
I was
interwebs.
just looking that up. Give me a sec.
or potentially Hasselhoff? Because the company is that KSN whatever is where we first got in touch with Terminal. That's where we first got information about Terminal when we went there.
So I use the image from Terminal contacting you as a dramatic cliffhanger, but the message itself says basically it's an offer. Terminal is willing to perform any research or hacking that you require for 10,000 credits per job.
Useless. Completely useless.
That like sounds like a terminal waste of time.
Could be.
You go when you read.
Yeah, that's why their name is Terminal, because we're done here.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just found it interesting that whoever this Hasselhoff person was, he didn't hire someone to kill us. He hired someone to capture us. Sounds like he wants to talk to us.
Or dissect us, whatever.
Well, but I mean, he had them bring us to that office building. That ain't exactly where you would expect to be taken to if you were going to be dissected.
I wouldn't really expect to be taken to an office building in any sort of kidnapping situation. Though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Sounds like he just wanted to talk and for some reason thought he needed to hire Jenga to kidnap us. I don't know why he thought that was a good idea, because
Maybe he knew that it would be Rix's first love.
Yeah, he could have like picked up a phone.
are you saying that he's a gray and that he knows what memories have been implanted into Rix and therefore what would work in...
I believe,
can call him
I
up.
believe you that you believe that.
I mean, you said it, not me.
So I'm going to lay out some things that may be less obvious to you as avenues that you can take. You do have a contact with Confluence. You could request to talk to Key. They would agree to meet with you and talk over the situation. You can try to find out information about the medical records on your own if you want. You did find the name Ailish Fluoresic in your investigation of the Kasatha. Is there anything else? Check. You could spend some time watching the Lorecast and see if anything shows up there.
Out of character, that just feels really gross. But in character, it's probably exactly what Rix would do.
Be curious about whether these people believe they're or not about being from Galorian. Should be curious to see what this guy has to say about it.
That's the problem this whole time. Ava thinks she's from this other world because she's actually from some planet called Galorian.
Oh.
Yeah.
They fucked up with the memory implant.
Okay. Does Rix want to tune in?
Yeah.
Is it going to be like old people in Fox News? You're just always going to have it on?
Right. Maybe.
Just burned into the plasma screen.
So you find a live stream of Thylus, who, for a reminder, looks like this. And like I said, it's very InfoWars. He's currently talking about Fleshgate, which is a conspiracy of Eoxians who are taking halflings and ripping their skin off to turn into necrografts.
Ew.
Can you just give us a little sampling of the what he
Did
sounds
they actually
like?
refer to it as Fleshgate?
Yeah. No, I can't. That the audio was lost, I'm afraid.
Does he still do this show? Like, even though he's now.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
I mean, but we're watching the show, right?
Yeah, you're watching a live stream. Mhm.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if this
Yeah,
was
so like
we're watching old episodes of it while he's now left that behind him. No.
He gets kind of like lost mid-thought, and then he starts saying, or I should say, blaming Eox for hiding Galarian, taking it away from the Pact Worlds. They're really to blame. They did it. They took out the twins. They took out Damiar and Lovo, and they set their sights on Galarian next. At some point, he stops to hawk his new line of snake oils, because you got to fund the
Bone
program,
broth.
of course. Bone broth, exactly. Meanwhile, in the cat, get away. In the chat for the stream, you can see, you can talk to the other viewers if you would like. They're, like Conspire, bringing up a lot of different topics. There's some things about the director that was assassinated, some talk here and there about the current nominees, some talk about outreach, how stream chats tend to go.
Yeah, awful.
Awful.
several links to random sites for various alien appendages.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
They're not underage, they're just aliens. They're like 5,000 years old. They just look like that.
Right. Getting information from them about the assassination. Thylus spoke prudently about the matter. only subtly speculating about the motivations of the assassin. The closest he came to outright blaming someone comes after the news that the Castrovillian government chose not to use magic to restore Balaam's life. After suggesting that Balaam must have been killed by a powerful spellcaster, he goes on to talk about the necromantic skill of the corpse fleet.
That's a pretty good point. Like, would an assassination even be an issue?
Maybe he had a DNR signed. Let's see here.
Seems like that would be the kind of stuff to be like, public knowledge. Like if you were running for office,
yeah,
and that was a possibility. I feel like people would want to know that, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me being overly technical.
His latest videos, as the election has been ramping up, have been more and more focused on Gevelask Nor. He skirts the line of calling him an active member of the corpse fleet. Among the other nominees, the only one that he comments on positively is the Kasatha, claiming their shared suffering of having their homeworlds destroyed gives them common ground.
Wow.
That's kind of what you get from his stream.
So, do we think that Key knows something about any of this? I mean, I guess maybe he would know something about Aram because of the whole, like, he hates Barathu thing. But, like, I don't know what Key or Confluence would know because they don't have a representative.
Well, they had one, Outreach, but they had to step down recently.
So it would basically be just to ask about that.
I mean, they might know other stuff, but you could talk to them about that as well.
Not be worth it.
Yeah.
You want to reach out to him?
Did we all watch it or just me?
It was just you, I think, unless
Ava watched it.
I mean, I don't trust the guy, so I don't know if I want to reach out to him.
I'm talking about Key.
Oh, Key.
Yeah. And Confluence.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Peaches really takes any of that guy seriously, so she's kind of like, whatever.
Yeah, like it kind of feels like it was. I don't know. He's just regurgitating the stuff I already read on Con. It was better, a few years ago when he was really doing like some actual reporting and stuff. But now it's just feeds on itself. Really gone down the drain.
You could ask Orson and Effecta about any of this as well.
Then they'll tell the Inspector General.
Okay.
That's bad.
I say one of you talky folks get in touch with Key and ask him some questions. Ava, you're probably his best friend.
Probably.
Which one?
Key.
Key.
They're clearly very close.
Apparently, I'm the one person who wasn't her best friend.
Oh, I thought you meant Effecta. She's my best friend.
No.
You only have one best friend?
You were my best friend. Now you mean?
I think you called four people
were my best friend
during the course of this AP your best friend, and I was never one of them.
Well, she did in her
Actually,
diary.
This is getting pretty awkward.
Remember the diary? You were better than best friend.
yeah. See, moving the goalpost.
What?
All right. So, well, then I guess Ava does not want to talk to Key.
I mean, I can talk. See, you guys know that at this point she's just doing what she's being told to by you guys, right? So if you tell
But I
her,
mean, your heart's not in it. I don't want you to call him, okay? Like he's one of the few people we've come across that I don't suspect of being a Reptoid or a Gray. So
Yeah, that's true. I mean, at least not as
Where-
much.
Speaking of
know-
timeline and whatnot, when is our appointment with Aaron?
That's a good point. It might have been sometime today, actually.
I was about to say, like, I thought
In
that
10
was,
minutes, we gotta get over there.
Oh shit!
I was gonna say, but before we make too many plans, I thought that we did have that coming up.
Mhm.
I assumed we were just gonna call Key on the phone,
I don't think.
right?
Yeah, the key's a bit of a talker. That could still end up taking a while.
Might. I don't know if any of you idiots remember this, but your characters know that Reptoids cannot become
Use
Barathu.
phones.
So Key is clean.
Well,
Could still be a clone though.
yeah,
I mean,
or a Gray.
yeah, could be.
Yeah,
But-
I know.
But he didn't seem he. Is he a
They.
he or a
They're
they?
all day.
Well, I asked you before and you said he was an individual. Anyway, they did not seem suspicious to me when we were rescuing them. So, as of right now, they're very low on my list.
Call
But-
if you want.
We can go talk to Aaron first because, we got that appointment and all.
Yeah, I hate being late for things. That's just me.
Yeah, I believe that the Confluence already kind of vouched for us a little bit. That was the whole reason why the Inspector General was willing to even speak with basically the FBI's top 10 most wanted.
Mhm.
You are
So
correct.
Confluence is in cahoots with the Inspector General. Now I don't trust him.
They're we
Well,
literally
Key's
saved
not.
one of their people. Damn it, Rex.
He ain't part of Confluence, right? Like they are not part of that.
They are
grouping.
actually.
I was about to say they are because that was the whole point. They were they were like the branch off people that helped out or whatever.
Well, I'm misunderstanding what you meant by individual then.
So they link up
Mhm.
to
Key
like
is an individual Barathu at the moment.
imagine you could rip off your finger and
I see.
all of a sudden it was its own sentient.
Like Fozzie in Muppet Treasure Island.
She doesn't know what a Muppet is.
I mean, I know what a Muppet is. I just don't like Muppets.
Who made this schedule? The man in my finger.
But I mean, like I said, we literally saved them from Gray and Reptoids, and that's who vouched for us, who vouched to the Attorney General.
Mhm.
So like that would make zero sense if they were bad guys.
Just because you don't get it doesn't mean it's not possible.
Well, that I believe you, both me and Ava speaking.
But yeah, there might be more to the story of why Outreach left the race. And with what we know now and what they probably know now after we helped rescue Key, they might be willing to share whatever information they have. But, I mean, at this point, I don't know that that's any better than any of the other leads we have. So I'm fine with going to Aram first and doing our meeting there.
Yeah.
Is there anything we as a group need to prep before we do that? Like, as our like, kind of have our anything in
An
line,
escape
or we?
plan, maybe?
Yeah, that kind of. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you guys want to do.
You know what we wanted out of this conversation because you guys didn't tell Ava what you wanted out of this conversation. AKA, you guys want to murder him and you didn't tell her that.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
We really what we want to know is he a Reptoid? And if he is, what intel will he give us before he dies?
Yeah.
Right.
If you're planning to go there to kill him, the Director General is probably not going to be happy with that, and may.
You're suggesting that we're going to get a warrant first.
I mean, if you want to do things the proper way and have your names cleared.
But we don't have evidence for a warrant. We have to confirm he's a Reptoid first.
See, man, I don't like the presupposition that doing what the stewards say is proper.
But it's like
it's
the
proper
thing about
in
it
that
is-
it removes your status as criminals. If you want to remain as criminals, that's fine.
I mean-
again, criminal's a relative term. I'm a
Remember how
criminal
we were talking
here.
game yet last week that like Ava's like half a second away from leaving the party.
Yeah, that's my
if you guys
question.
get a donor to murder, she is leaving the party.
Okay, so here's the thing. We already have this meeting set up with Aram, and there's very few ways to get a Reptoid to admit they're a Reptoid. Like, to get evidence of this, we're going to have to force it out of him, and then what? We're just going to leave the Reptoid alone to go get a warrant? Like, he wasn't willing to give us a warrant now.
Because you've provided no information.
Yeah, but the only way to get the information of if somebody's a Reptoid is to, like, force it out of them.
There are medical records.
Yeah, let's hack the medical records before we go meet with him. Maybe we can have like a ace in the hole or something.
So what is the...
And when I told you there were like 20 pages of background information on this stuff, there's evidence to be found of things.
Doesn't mean it's good evidence.
Okay, so then how do we get the medical records then?
You can do some investigation. Page that I will find. Here it is.
Also, our meeting with him is set up under a falsehood, which is that me, the princess,
Oh yeah, that's
is
right.
going to be talking to him, and I cannot bluff.
Right.
I'm not great at the skill in general, so he's probably going to figure it out pretty quickly that I'm not who I say I am, especially because he's already aware of clones.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be there too, so...
Yeah.
I mean, if Rix is going.
Ooh.
That's true.
Maybe I should wear a disguise.
Or he just puts a helmet on and, is a guard.
Yeah.
As long as they don't ask any questions.
Or scan you in any way.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
So even the slightest inclination to care about security.
It's a diplomatic meeting.
Mm-hmm. You can find some information on the medical review board with computers.
Okay. I don't find my character sheet.
You can... Okay, so I'll give you both of these things. One of you finds that there is a young clerk by the name of Nodhu Last with a considerable amount of...
That's a fake ass name.
He has a bit of a financial problem, and he would be willing to leak some information, whichever records you'd like, in exchange for 10,000 credits.
I mean,
we all like to bet on the ponies here and there, but
that 10,000 credit thing is sure getting consistent here.
who does he owe money to?
That's an interesting question. You could make a computer check to find out.
Clever.
You can see that the largest of his debts, several 100,000 credits worth of, get ready for this one, student loans,
oh,
were
man,
forgiven for unknown reasons nearly 1 year ago, right after he took the job as a clerk with the medical review board. Since then, he's found some other debts.
I mean, my plan was to threaten to like
Turn him in.
or something. Yeah.
Ava herself, doing a little checking, found the medical board servers and is able to hack into them. And what does she...
Accessing PHI.
Sorry. You have made it through a portion of the firewall. you think it's going to take a little bit more progress to get in fully.
Like a second check?
Like a second check. And you know what? Maybe even a third check.
Ooh.
All by the same person?
I mean, you can all work together if you want.
You just let me know if you need me to help.
I mean, we could all aid just to ensure success.
I mean, I can auto aid then.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
With
I'm
the
auto aiding
with
too.
the aids, that'll make it. And give me a third one.
Prove yourself now.
Okay. Boo, 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 boo. So I believe that you can just bypass this whole clerk situation and get the information yourselves.
He says that and we're like, ha ha ha. And then we turn into Garcia and just hack our way in.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Remember when I said that terminal person was useless?
A Neanderthal
know.
100 years did it. Screw
It's
you.
a pretty severe crime to access PHI without proper.
Is it?
Is it?
I don't know. I just did my PHI training today. So.
Yeah, that's in the real world.
Oh,
Right. Okay.
Security in general seems a lot more lax in Starfinder land,
So,
especially administratively stuff.
Mm-hmm.
getting into the server here, you have access to information on several things. Obviously, you have the files related to the nominees themselves. You have files related to the assassinated director. And you also have files related to Dr. Gersitz, who is the preferred doctor of the medical review board.
What was the first thing you said?
Information about the assassinated director, Balaam Dory.
I thought there was something before that. Okay.
No, that was it. So those three things.
But nothing about Aram?
I said the nominees. You can deal
Oh,
with them.
sorry. Sorry.
It's all coming together.
Then yeah, I want to look at Aram's file first.
Okay. Looking over Aram's file, he has been examined by Dr. Gersix, and nothing strange was found.
How trustworthy is Dr. Whatever?
I don't know.
Whatever.
There's information about the doctor here you could look up.
Yes, I would like to look that up. Is this like a Dr. Oz situation or?
Dr. Gersix is a host, Sheeran. They're
a host of like a TV show. Yeah. So it's basically just Dr. Oz.
Bill?
For the past several years, they have performed the required medical exams of PACT council members. The board knows their credentials. They graduated from a prestigious Versite Medical Academy. And the address of their practice, Spectrum Clinic, on the top floor of an office building near the Planara, overlooking Jatembe Park, but it doesn't keep any other information on them.
See, like, this just makes me think that, like, I can't trust any of the information in the medical records because I don't know who this person is who did the medical records.
Well, you have the address of their clinic.
Fucking terrible.
Now we have to go interrogate them and see if they're Riptoid.
Right? And then we can't kill them because then that's bad. We have to get a warrant, but it's like a
We're not getting warrants to kill people.
well, yeah, but like we have to get a warrant to like do anything official. But like if we
We'd
find
like
out
to
somebody's a
officially
reptoid,
kill this person.
if we find out somebody's a reptoid, we're not going to leave to be like, hey,
I'd say
we
that
need
might
a
get
warrant.
stupid, but look at America.
we need a license to kill.
You do need a license to kill. That's basically the premise of the warrant. You do have information on the other nominees.
Is there anything of note?
Information about Geverlask Nor. He doesn't have any medical records as such, but he is still regularly checked out by the board to ensure he isn't under any kind of enchantment. A somewhat cryptic note in the records reads, despite claims on Conspire forums, Nor's body certainly isn't of gray stock.
Hmm.
It specifically mentions Conspire in his medical records.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
I mean, he's gray.
Politics.
So there is a pulling
It is dark.
pulling the curtain back a bit.
Yeah.
The thing that I wanted you to fail on, when you're investigating the members on Conspire, if you fail that check, you see a rumor that Gevlask Nor is a gray commander known as a Mysteriarch.
Oh.
Oh damn! If we had seen that, we'd been murdering him by now.
Yeah,
Right.
straight murdered.
Oh, we probably would have lost because I think Gavlas Nor is like crazy high level.
Oh yeah,
He's like a
stupid. There is information about the others. They, let's see, from their respective governments, doctors, and all of them look clean. But you can, as always, dig a little deeper with computers or medicine.
Let's dig a little deeper, shall we?
I'm assuming, yeah, Peach is gonna get it.
Ava, yeah, you don't find anything, but Peaches takes a look herself and notices some discrepancies in 2 of the nominees' files.
You wouldn't say these, Ava?
That's
I
hilarious.
guess not.
Both Haskell Howe and Losa Farron's records, they appear to have been altered on the same day and indicate that both nominees show the first signs of the same immunodeficiency. Further inspection reveals the last clerk to access these records is named Nadhu Last.
These names are fucking trash.
The first signs of an immunodeficiency virus?
Yeah. This was the clerk with the student loan debt that you found out about earlier. He's the
And
one
he's-
that altered their records.
I wonder
If I
if
give
maybe
it
that's
to
how
me-
his debt got forgiven.
Who can say?
I mean, yeah, that's real suspicious. We might be able to threaten him a little, you know. Not really hurt the kid, but just, you know.
Rough him up a little bit, right?
Yeah, let's see why he did that.
Cornelius
who-
is just like
Like,
rubbing his
Like, that's
hands
what he
together.
needs, I'm sure. So like, he only needs one of those. Like,
What is the virus? Is it important to know which one they're supposed to have?
No, it's just information saying that basically they have health problems.
I mean, so that could have just been paid for by an opponent to try to make them look weaker.
They
Not
could even legitimately have health problems.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
essentially they do have health problems, and he changed the records to say they don't.
Could it be the same kind of space herpes?
Oh, no, wait. Maybe that's the opposite. I'm not
Well,
quite sure.
Because you said he added records that they
Seems
have the
important.
beginning signs of an immunodeficiency virus.
so do they have health problems or don't they have health problems?
It
Who's
says
double crossing themselves addresses each other.
the records appear to have been altered and indicate that both nominees show the first signs of the same deficiency. So it looks like it was added. That's how I read it. So trying to discredit them as candidates.
Yeah, which doesn't seem gray or reptoid suspicious. It seems like normal political bullshit suspicious.
The others, Klindalik, Vora Ren, and Zia Cho, are all like Aram. Nothing noticeable was found. Notable. Though Zia Cho's records indicate a few notes about old scars from their Battleflower days. And this information as well seems like something that the director would be interested in.
Their health records?
Yes,
Why?
the alteration.
Oh, okay.
Because
It's
they're
a
great.
little sketchy.
I mean,
The two new names of investigation. Let me put in the clinic.
Hmm.
You have opened these 3 avenues for further study.
Nadu loss.
I'm kind of thinking about giving the information about Hasselhoff to the general just because we have a lot of information about him. And should we need a warrant at some point? But like to me, Hasselhoff seems more like somebody who would be willing to help us at this point.
The person who tried to have you attacked and brought in?
But he wanted us to be brought in. Like he didn't want us to be killed on sight. Like it seems like he
So
wanted
they
to
could
talk to
find out how much we knew.
Then kill us.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's just like it's a weird place to have brought us and then like not even be there to get your information. I don't know. Also, my notes on him say step down suspiciously due to suspicious activities.
Super suspicious.
That's dope.
But he's the only person we can trust now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I kind of think maybe we should share the information, Rix. I mean, I don't know. I think we're going to need help, and I don't know who else is going to help us at this point.
True. I mean, well, Affecta, maybe.
You know, we don't have anything concrete at this point that we would want to keep to ourselves anyways. It's all just kind of, extra
true.
stuff.
So yeah, I don't know how much benefit we have in keeping things close to the chest right now.
Yeah.
Since it turns out a lot of the stuff that we thought was all super secrety is just rampant on the internet anyway.
Yeah. For real. All right.
The
so
difference with what's on the internet is unconfirmed, right? You guys know all of it's true because you've lived it.
well, I mean, we think we're still in the simulation at this point,
That's
probably.
true. Yeah.
Back on the Chimera or whatever.
The
that
question
shit-
is, if they're aware of our existence, does Rule 34 apply to us?
Obviously.
Obviously.
And like we're terrorists, so like the words of terrorists like don't mean anything.
Or they mean everything.
Okay, so then we'll share this information that we've gathered with Affecta.
You're not
so
the
she
fucking captain.
Excuse me. GM God has told me that I need to shut my mouth.
It got real.
Yeah. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. We share the information with Affecta.
Did you guys hear that?
Now,
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Maybe get like a warrant or something.
So
I mean, maybe at least to look into this KSN company in Hasselhoff or whatever. I don't know that anything else meets the level of a warrant yet, but
Yeah. True.
let's see. Yeah.
and like maybe we should tell them that we're gonna go see Aram.
Mm,
You want to? I mean, okay. If that way, if he
You
is a
know, we'll see
reptoid,
if he
and we have to
recommends it.
kill him.
yeah, let's see what they say first.
So in true RPG game fashion, you hand over or transfer the digital documents to Affecta, and a meter above your head pops up and 2 bars fill in as you have earned 2 trust points.
Trust points.
but
I mean, who's earning our trust points?
What can I spend those on?
You can spend them on warrants once you have 3 of them.
Man.
we need to get more trust points.
Yeah.
What's these warrants for?
Killing any reptoids today.
Let's just throw all the trust points away and go and kill everyone.
Yeah, what about distrust points? Can we earn some of those?
Let's start our own
You
tracker
definitely
with
could. You could murder Effecta.
Well, you heard the GM.
All right,
We gotta
roll
do.
initiative.
Give me a second. I also got scrolling down here.
Is that against us? Because I imagine if we just start killing Effecta, Borson's going to get involved, and Flex is going to turn sides.
Orson is my daddy.
Well, okay, so I asked Alex this question earlier, if Flex and Borson were in a relationship or not, because it kind of seemed like you were.
That's for you to find out.
I super hope you are, by the way. This is out of character. I super
Out of character. I'm hopeful.
So
Amber
daddy-
is shipping it.
daddy is not in the term we thought it was. Got it.
Gonna get some fanfic going.
Yeah.
So you transfer this information to Effecta, and she replies and says, "I'm very pleased that you decided to work with us, Rix.
That
Hopefully,
wasn't my idea.
this means that you're beginning to trust me. In
No comment.
a show of good faith, I want to turn over the information that we have collected on all of you as well."
See, I knew we couldn't fucking trust you. Sitting over collecting info on us.
And she sends over the information that the stewards have. It is a variety of conflicting reports from stewards who have turned out to be reptoids to the reports that Effecta and Vorson themselves have filed against about you. Most relevant to your investigation, however, is the
Well,
information.
I want to know what their reports say.
It's the information that the old bounty on you held by Gamut Bio has been withdrawn, and that the new bounty that you've already kind of dealt with has been placed anonymously. You now know it was from KSN Interstellar.
How much was it?
I think I said some bullshit number like 250,000 credits
Per?
for all of you.
Lame.
I'm worth more than that.
And their investigation does confirm that it was KSN Interstellar.
Yeah,
So,
not KSN
like-
dry cleaners.
We have your
Common
permission
misconception.
to go and destroy all of KSN now, right?
I prefer that you don't, but sure.
That's one trust point for Effecta.
Make it look like an accident, I guess.
Yeah, that's 2 trust points for Effecta.
Effecta, stop.
That's 1 distrust point for Ava.
Vorson's in the background of the call, like filling up a gas tank. I'm on my way.
I don't know why I ever distrusted Vorson.
He's clearly on our side.
Yeah. He's one of us, I dare say.
Remember that time we thought Orson was extreme for wanting to be a terrorist and destroy a place? Oh man, how much has changed and how
Right.
Jesus. You know, that was like 3 weeks ago, right?
When ice cream was still a happy time.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. There's some other information you can get from them now, I believe. See here.
So outside of confirming the information about KSN and the hit that they put on us or whatever, did they know any more information about the company and its dealings?
I mean, your investigation into the company turned up that it's a shell corporation, and there's not really anything to be had there.
Do we know what kind of shells they were selling?
Sparkly ones.
Fake
Conch.
ones.
What? That feels like a crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there anything that you've learned that you want to ask Effecta about?
Maybe we could potentially ask about that assassination plot in the video. I don't know if we're
Yeah.
sharing that or not, but like maybe we could ask about it.
Well, if we use the video as evidence, then she's tracking it, right? So,
Yeah, yeah. Let's
so
see
what's her thoughts
here.
on that?
The steward's investigation. I shall say our investigation revealed that it was a member of an extremist group within the Veskarium. Both the Veskarium and the Pact Worlds have agreed to downplay the death to reduce tensions between them, as don't want to set off another war with the Veskarium.
But didn't it look like the Vesk wasn't added in?
Yes.
Well, so is there? What was the race of the actual killer?
Who knows?
I don't think we got that. We
What
could
did
just
it?
tell that it
What
was
did it
fake.
appear like before it was a Vesk?
A Reptoid. Well, they were claiming
No,
it
no,
was
no.
a Reptoid,
Yeah,
but when
they
we
claim-
looked at it, it was like
It was just a
obviously a
Vesk.
Vesk.
But that was it. Died and shapeshifted into that, right? What did it look like before
Oh.
it shifted?
Right.
Kind of like nothing.
Was it a Riforian? Oh no. Okay. Are doppelgangers in the Veskarium?
Maybe.
Hmm.
You could, with Effecta's assistance, use one of the terminals that she has to do a little further investigation on the video. Some computers.
The CIA shit.
But do we need to use facial recognition to use it?
You might, yeah. That was some good
That's
shit.
That's unethical.
Peaches, you can see that this file was altered through an account linked to the steward's base on Roselight.
Have we been there? We've been there, right?
Mm-hmm. And you know that the head of that base that you killed was a Reptoid infiltrator.
Okay, so then stands to reason that it was altered by a Reptoid.
Mm-hmm.
But why?
Well, maybe it was a Reptoid killer and they were masking their Reptoid identity by covering it with a Vesk, and people are just so stupid they thought it was a Reptoid.
Perhaps.
But like maybe the person in the video who was like devastated is like actually the Reptoid, and they wanted to make it seem like the person who was doing the killing and upsetting that person was the Reptoid and throw him off.
Mm-hmm.
Also, do we even know why there was a reason to assassinate Alam or whatever his name is?
Yeah, so they could put a Gray in charge of the council and have control of it.
Or a Reptoid.
I'll say the Reptoids wouldn't want a Gray on there.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
whichever.
potentially Zia is a Reptoid and she is their pick to replace this person they assassin. But it's like they could have just assassinated him and then made a copy of him to be in charge. It seems odd. I mean, maybe just because the video got out, so they had to.
Maybe. But like, yeah, I see what you're saying. Why not just replace him with a Reptoid? Why go through the trouble of murdering him?
Yeah, and when you could just replace him. But maybe the video got
As a
out. so they
warning
had
to others not to cross them.
Yeah,
because
but
he was a Reptoid that they didn't like, or he was a Gray, and so they needed to kill him.
I don't know. It's all suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do the result of my computer's check?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
out.
Sorry, I got sidetracked. Indeed.
Has she got any other cool shit on her terminal we can use?
I don't think so.
I also don't know that any of this other stuff we know is like really more. I don't think Effecta would have more information on some of these people.
Which people?
I mean, it's like if the stewards didn't have any information on somebody, then why would she? Like when it comes to like Kindleek, like the stewards had nothing on that person.
Right. Yeah.
So why would she?
I mean, yeah, she is the steward. She gave you
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm
information.
saying.
Yeah.
And like the same thing with Thylus, like the stewards already had the information about like him despising the Eoxians and like
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. So I don't know that there's more to gain there. Luciferin is mysterious and we don't know much about him, so I don't know if she knows more than what we already know.
If you're asking about the nominees, she's told you what they know. Yeah.
So maybe the doctor who does all of their medical exams.
KSN
Or the record keeper, you mean?
or for that matter.
Dr. Gersix.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. She says, "No, I'm sorry. We don't have any additional information on those."
What about the clinic itself? Any scandals?
Scandals? No. As best I know, it is a medical clinic in good standing.
Cool.
Station.
Super helpful. Cool.
Cool,
I do what I can.
I don't know.
Do you know anything useful?
I do not understand the question. Please use the proper keyword.
That's a Reptoid answer if ever I heard it.
Or an android answer.
Nah.
Okay, well, I guess I don't know that there's anything else we want to ask her at this point.
Okay. So, Toodles.
I mean, we're out of character. Did we decide that we did not want to tell them about our meeting with Aram right now? We want to go and suss that out for ourselves first.
Our plan was to. I thought we were going to tell him about the meeting, but not tell him that we're probably going to kill him at the meeting.
I mean, I think we should tell him because if he turns out to be a Reptoid, it's like they already knew we were going there and oh, he happened to be a Reptoid. So we killed him.
Do we even want to keep that meeting?
I don't know.
I think so, yeah. Because I mean, worst case scenario, it's a trap, and we fired our way out.
What's the best case scenario?
If he is really the second copy, he might have information that's useful to us about the Grace.
Yeah, and there might be a reason that they're replacing the second copy with a third one. Like
And
seeing bad
people
standing.
cares more about that at this point.
I'll throw a thing out there, and you can decide to throw it away if you want. The director advised you that going after all of the confirmed Reptoids at the same time has the best chance of success. If there are any undiscovered Reptoids and you kill one, the rest may go to ground.
Okay, so that's probably worth keeping in mind. Maybe we don't kill him unless he's a Gray.
I'm not telling you how to play the game. If you want to murder him, murder him.
Well, I don't know how Peaches is going to feel in the moment. Okay.
You can't control me.
It hasn't
Sounds
happened yet.
Sounds like we have to simultaneously murder all of them.
Yeah, let's get them all in one place
puzzle.
and then bomb it to prove that we're not terrorists.
Yeah. Vorson has nerve gas.
Exactly. Somewhere he sheds a tear. They're thinking of me.
Okay, so then maybe we tell him about the meeting, but not, that we just give him the bare minimum, that we're going to go check him out first. And if she has any advice for us or help that she could offer in assisting us with that, good. If not, fuck off.
So I imagine she gets up to leave, and you guys spring this on her, and she just full stop, heel turns, and for an android looks horrified. Like, I really, really would not advise that. That's probably a
Like-
bad idea.
Meeting with him at all? Sorry, meeting with him at all?
Thank you. I didn't know who was speaking.
Yeah. Sometimes Betty forgets about the accent.
Sure.
It's all her, you know.
She says, we're at a very delicate time right now. And
Who's we?
all of us.
The royal we?
Yes. This investigation has to go well.
Or I'm gonna get fired.
I'm going to be stuck with Vorson forever. This is my chance for a promotion. Don't you understand?
No, I totally understand that.
All right, we'll do everything we can.
Okay.
Like, why would you want to be promoted from Vorson? He's a pretty awesome guy.
Well,
I'm
maybe.
just imagining the big groan in the world coming from her, like android style.
Right. After this, you can be his partner then.
I get it. He's a pain in the ass.
She'll probably murder him, even if she does like him.
Right.
We have an idea for you, though. How about you murder him?
I'm lawful good. That sounds like a bad idea.
Well, I guess you're really
Cornelius
into
doesn't
the
actually know
pirate.
what the word murder means. He just keeps hearing the rest of us say it.
Yeah.
Well, we can murder him.
It
That
seems
must
to
be
be
a
quite
good-
the quite an option in most things right now. So yeah, I'm just spitballing, just throwing it out there.
She says, the evidence that you have provided so far hasn't shown any clear determination of any reptoids yet.
Yeah, we know.
And I'm very familiar with your work and how you operate.
How great it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I believe if you go into this meeting and things don't go your way, we're going to have one less
A what?
nominee for the directorate.
I mean, we got a clone of him if we really need to.
When we prove that they're evil, we'll have one less nominee. Unless you think the people would vote for an evil nominee, but surely in a just society that would never happen.
I mean, Gevalask Nor is evil, and they would probably vote for him. Sure.
Oh well, shit.
Well,
All the
Okay.
Aexians are technically evil.
So if she doesn't want us to meet with him, what does she think we should do? Because I guess I'm not understanding how we're supposed to progress.
Continue your investigations. Find out what you can.
That is continuing the investigations.
We advise you not to speak to them directly.
Is the we us again?
The we is the stewards.
Oh, see, it's just so hard to keep track.
Yeah, the DG himself advised you not to speak with any of the nominees, as
Yeah, but he's
they
a
might
fucking
recognize
reptoid.
you and ruin the investigation. Effecta herself says,
What if we just take a little peek?
the quietest
Under his skin.
Mhm. The quietest way to discover the truth would be to look into any of their associates. If there are any individuals who you have found information about that you haven't yet looked into, that would be the best plan of action.
Okay.
I love everyone's
just real-
enthusiasm.
Real
What?
quick, who is that right now?
Okay.
There we go.
All right now.
I'd have to check my list. Who qualifies that we have info about now but haven't investigated?
That's what I'm wondering too, because like I don't feel like we have any information on any of these people other than
Yeah.
like what we Googled on the internet. So like,
We should try to find out more about the Zia Cho guy because they're awful suspicious.
Yeah, in the video, but like
Yeah.
without confronting Zia Cho and asking them, like the guy
Yeah,
is
what is it?
dead. Where are we supposed to go to get more
Yeah.
information about this?
Yeah.
Well, I've given you 4 things in the last thing here that you can investigate.
Well, the doctor doesn't really have anything to do with the video, neither does the clinic. And then I don't remember what Nadu Laste is.
Nadu ladu badu badu.
They were the person who could give us the access who changed the records.
The medical record.
Yeah.
So again, I don't see how that helps us with the video.
Who asked them to change the medical records?
But I mean, how does that help us in the video issue?
I mean, it doesn't necessarily directly help, but if it is a better lead, it's a better lead.
And how do you know the doctor or the clinic don't have anything to do with it? You didn't investigate them.
Well, that's just a rabbit hole that you could go down forever.
Fair.
We don't have any reason to believe that those things are connected.
And then the other name that you have is Florasic, who the Kasatha was being kind of strong-armed into helping.
Who's the Kasatha again?
One of the nominees, Milgan, Nivaris,
Milgan.
Kachal, and are of House Hadulan.
Hadilin.
Hadoken?
I'm kind of McLeod of the Clan McLeod.
How this book is written, we got to look for a guy named Batty McBatterson.
Betty McEvil guy.
You said that they blocked laws that would have helped Florasic?
Yes. They blocked laws in order to help Florasic.
Oh, okay. I wrote that down wrong. At their request.
Yes, at their request.
What kind of laws were they?
That's a good question. You can ask Effecta about that.
I asked. Well, hey, Rix, maybe we ought to ask her about this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So she says, yes, Alish Florasic. He's an important power broker here on the station. Publicly, his family donates money and other resources to various political campaigns, and our organization believes that he has blackmail material on a number of Pact Council members, but we can't prove it yet. Director Camulin is worried that Milgan has been compromised by the family since, she helped with the legislation. However, our investigations into the family itself have stalled a bit. Perhaps you could look into them further.
Do you suspect? Is there anything about the blackmail that leads anyone to believe that that's reptoid activity?
Not particularly, no, but that's all I've got.
I mean, I guess out of character, the story wants us to look into that, but in character, I don't know that Peaches thinks that's relevant.
Yeah, it sounds like she's trying to get us to do her job for her.
It sounds like more of this political bullshit that I wasn't wanting to get into,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Publicly, they donate money to political campaigns. Privately, they do the same through super PACs.
Okay, so maybe we figure out who paid to have the medical records changed. Let's figure that one out first, maybe.
But the video.
I agree, but I don't know how to get more information about the video.
That doesn't involve violence.
Follow
Yes.
the money,
Yeah.
and you can go shopping.
Right to the mall.
Mm-hmm.
That's like what the saying is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right.
You do have that job wanted offer from Terminal.
I ain't looking for employment.
No, they're trying to take our money, as I recall.
Yeah.
Oh, right. To get more information. Right.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Could meet with them all the same.
What?
Terminal.
What about him?
We could meet with them.
To what end?
I don't know. We're pretty good. Cornelius is pretty good about talking people down.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, even if their services were free, I just don't know that we need them.
I mean, maybe it's worth giving them the video to get more enhancement.
More enhancement.
With it? I mean,
Enhanced.
I don't know.
Why?
I honestly don't know.
Run it through.
unless they're like an actual computer forensic expert and they could look at the ways in which it was altered and then fingerprint that to like a specific hacker or agency or something, then I don't know what they would
I mean, if I'm paying 10,000 credits, that's what I expect to get.
I want it to look cool too.
Montage.
Right.
Yeah, I expect music.
Okay. I feel like we should figure out who paid to have the medical records changed and see if that links any of these other people or maybe the video to each other. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't, and we don't have to worry about it anymore.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay, so what do we need to do to figure that out? Talk to the guy who got paid or that actually changed it?
Yeah.
He's okay to talk to. Like, Effecta's okay with us talking to that person.
She says, yes, it would be very helpful if we could find out who altered those records. Try not to kill him, please.
Well,
unless he's a reptoid or a gray, I suppose.
You try not to tell people in the report that you did the work, okay?
I haven't.
Okay, just make sure. I can't
Keep
read all
it
your
that way.
Okay. So where is this person located?
So you kind of got access to his calendar and location information from your earlier hacking. How do you want to go about interrogating him?
Can we just like
paint me a montage picture of this?
can we like put something on his calendar that's like appointment, and then it's like the location is just an alley, and when he gets there,
Suspect at all.
I think we'll like
waiting.
need a high capacity battery and like
Okay, sure. So you can pull from his social media a picture of him so you know what he looks like, which is this dum-dum.
Oh, what a Dorcas.
And
Dorcas Malorcas.
he will follow the appointment information to a seedy alley somewhere on the station in which you guys are waiting for him.
Jeez, this guy is just
Look at that jawline. That's actually James Franco just trying to look like a loser.
It's Clark Kent, right?
Right.
That's Superman.
The glasses off. He's
So how are you guys arrayed waiting for him in the alley?
In order of strongest. So I would be at the front.
Just in a straight line?
Yes. Okay. Actually, we'll put the strongest person in the back. So then it's like playing Mike Tyson's Punch Out. If he can get past the early people.
Okay. So this is a single file line. You're all just facing him.
Yeah,
we're all just waiting our turn.
Perfect.
in height order. Yeah,
Sure.
so we can all see him.
Okay.
I think Peaches will be menacingly in the back. Like, she's not a talker. She's
Rick's
mostly
already
just...
said he was the strongest. You're second to last.
Okay, second to last. That's fine. Just like being intimidating and letting somebody else do the talking part of this interrogation.
We'll start with Cornelius, who can run up and punch him in the gonads.
Never see it coming.
So
Jack, there's this that I'll have to share with you later, where the Sarge's grand plan is where they line up in a single file line to charge the objective, with least important in front and most important in back, and he's in the back, so he can objectively decide when everyone else is dead and immediately retreat.
Awesome.
But approaching in a file does give you maximum coverage on your flanks.
okay, so he
You never
will
find yourself in that situation.
come around the corner and walk a few steps into the alley, and then look up confused from his phone and see Cornelius standing in front of him ready to punch him in the dick.
Yeah, all he sees are stars when the blood rushes to his gonads.
Oh God, what's happening?
And the beans!
Bring the beans.
Why did you do that?
Because Rick's going to.
Who is Rix? What's happening?
He points back to Rex and Rick's
I
with him.
am.
I thought I was meeting Karen from accounting.
Yeah, Rix is like winding up a punch.
Wait, an actual melee roll from Cornelius.
Sure.
Oh man, what would it? Let's see. I guess just a regular old. It tells you how often I've actually had to use that.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Take
Hey,
that.
that hits. Exactly, Kevin. So he rolls around on the ground for a moment, crying. He's like, "What? What's going on? You're not Karen."
I'm definitely not Karen.
Karen doesn't even like you.
Like rubbing his little fist into his other hand.
No,
He may not be Karen, but he does want to speak to your
I
manager.
thought she was into me.
Oh, she's totally not into you. I saw that in a premonition.
Sob
She's
louder.
fucking married, dude.
I know, but she said she was gonna leave him.
What a bitch.
What a bitch.
All right. Now tell us who you work for. But like who you really work for.
I work for the medical review board. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but who tells you what to do?
Who is your manager?
Give me an intimidation check.
Peaches will aid that
Is there
intimidation.
any way of aiding him if
Yeah.
I'm kind of standing there, still doing
You
my
already aided by punching him in the dick.
Everyone is eating this.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
Get him, Peaches.
Wow, Peaches.
Yeah, I mean she auto aids technically. I just wanted to roll it for
Peaches can-
funsies.
I suppose that's fair. Only needed 10.
I suppose.
He's like, I'm sorry, I was taking bribes. Dr. Gersich was. He takes way more bribes than I do. You should talk to him.
Wow, you threw that guy right under the bus.
I didn't say that. You didn't hear anything.
Who pays the bribes?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Punch him in the dick again.
Yeah, the bribes you just admitted to taking.
He's
no return here.
he's clamming up. You can try and scare him again.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. If I had a little hedgehog attacking my testicles, I feel like I would be really intimidated.
I want to make sure I don't have any
Have you seen those claws, man? I hope they're
bullshit.
close.
Right?
They are horrifying. I would.
Yeah, right? Fucking yeah.
Oh, I don't
I'm gonna activate my subdermal extractor, which is used to rip pieces out of people's bodies, and use it to aid my intimidate check.
Okay. Oh, I know what those do. No, stay away from me. I'm sorry. I'll talk.
You make this easy on yourself.
He says, okay. It was House Rycast. They offered to take care of my loans in exchange for some favor. I had to change House
Your
of Hal
pants.
and Los Afaran's records and some other back to council members. I think they wanted some Help for apostate.
Help for what?
Plus days.
Apostate. It's the
Apostate.
drow planet.
Yeah.
So Rycast paid to have the records changed.
House Rycast.
Oh, not the person who's running?
He said House
Okay.
Rycast.
All right. Here's the thing: you're not allowed to bring in Drow because that's a fourth fold in the conspiracy.
There are also signatories to the pact, so
Yeah, but that's 4.
well, where does Eox fit in? That's 5.
How many?
It's as if
But
intergalactic.
also, don't
politics
forget
are
about the Olive
complicated.
Garden. That's 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're cool with that one now.
Kuvina's quickly turning into her own fold too.
The Olive Garden Confederation. All right. So next, we're gonna go beat up his boss, who also takes bribes.
The doctor.
Dr. Gasikin.
Gersix.
Yeah. I forgot to
Yeah.
give you this earlier, actually. We just kind of glossed over it, but the medical review board had information on the assassinated person that we didn't talk about.
Oops.
They were not responsible for the inquest into Balaam's disintegration, but do note that his records were released by special order from the Directorate so that a body could be fabricated for his funeral. The records show a Riforian in relatively good health, with the exception of a mild addiction to legal stimulants and a propensity for heat exhaustion.
So he liked to go running while smoking.
Pretty much.
So what manner was he assassinated? I think I missed that.
Disintegration.
Okay, so that's why he didn't have a body.
Yes.
So they just like fabricated a Riforian body.
3D
That sounds like-
printed a
That sounds like some gray bullshit.
body
In
for a
Stranger
funeral.
Things.
Yeah.
So they got his medical records in order to do that.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay. I don't know
Um,
if there's anything suspicious in that. Is in it?
You believe this information that Natu has shared with you would be valuable to the director.
Oh my god, like we could earn another trust point.
Maybe we should figure out from Nadu where's the best place to talk to the doctor in private.
Let's see.
Like, where's he gonna be, and who's he gonna be with?
He says, the doctor's gonna be taking a vacation soon. I'm not sure where he is right now. He's probably packing.
You don't have any meetings on your calendar with him, do you, in the next couple days?
No, he's getting ready for his vacation. He's not coming into the office.
Is he alone? Does he have a family? Is he taking them with him?
Good question. Good question. Good question.
And was this vacation all of the sudden, or was it planned for a long time?
He says, no, it's been planned for a while.
Dude, stop crying.
I don't know. Pees himself a little.
Pull it together, man.
Tears yet?
What'd you say?
Aren't you out of tears? Come on.
No.
Titty baby over here.
The titty baby?
Yeah, we got one right here.
I'm learning all sorts of new terms. That one, Reddit. Man, I gotta keep taking notes.
Reddit.
I don't think he knows where the doctor lives.
Decorum.
I mean, he's an employee of the same place. Like, I know for a fact if I want to know where somebody in my company lives, who's a company director.
Yeah, you could probably find the records at the clinic.
Is there any sort of access you can help us make sure we can get those records?
Do you have 10,000 credits?
Bunch of minutes.
Are you fucking kidding me right
I've
now?
got a lot of debts, you know.
You about to have less arms.
He cringes.
We will pull the arms right off you. I've seen it happen.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Not wise to upset.
Let the Wookiee win.
He says, the clinic is pretty busy during the day, but there's basically not any guards or anything at night. You could just kind of easily make it in.
Can we get your login and password of the system,
Yeah, do you
please?
have some sort of pass key or something?
Yeah.
Probably on a sticky note,
Yeah, sure.
taped to his computer.
Sure. And he'll,
Key card or something to get us in there?
yeah. Okay, that's fine.
I'm pretty sure security guys will understand when you say you lost yours. You look like the type.
Just
don't,
cry a
don't
bunch.
punch me in the dick again.
Cornelius looks at the rest of the group and he's like, "See, look at me being a badass."
Next time I'll punch you right in the ass.
It's true. I'll do it.
So he will give you his
No, chill.
key card to get in, and then say, okay, is that it? Can I go?
Kavina will pick him up and like brush him off and
Kiss
be
him on
like,
the lips.
Yeah.
Send him on his way.
Touch his butt.
you like did a good job. But if we have any problems, we won't send the little one after you.
Oh God! What? Ah. He tries to run away.
I think he's seen too much, guys.
No! He faints.
What a loser. And
I'd
Peaches
say-
just walks over him.
Even Ava's like, wow, what a dweeb.
Oh, that's awesome.
Let's all spit on him and then get out of here.
It's getting dark, and I like it.
I don't want to leave my DNA on him. Sorry.
We're gonna get a little Cardi B WAP action in this environment. Is that what we're doing?
Oh no.
What's Reddit? Anyway, how about that WAP, guys?
Perfect. While you wait for evening, you could do some investigation on the clinic itself.
Sure.
through-
Yeah, how tall is it?
Yeah.
What are the walls made out of?
If you want, you can go and kind of physically stake it out. You could also do some research just to learn about the clinic as well.
Yeah, if I could just do like a virtual tour on their website.
Yeah,
Right.
they definitely have like pictures of the
Ooh.
lobby with smiling attendants and
How tall are the walls in those pictures?
well, have you seen that TikTok where the guy like estimates heights based on the size of glasses that people are holding? It's wild.
I've seen no TikToks.
You do the same thing, and you figure out that they're
Is there a banana for scale?
right.
TikTok is a Reptoid hoax.
Yeah.
That TikTok is wild though. He like finds cups or chairs that people are holding or sitting on, and like extrapolates the size of
sit on
people.
a cup.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Anyway, Peaches, you're not sure. You're real bad at computers today. Ava, though, hacks into that gray database and finds out that the clinic is on the top floor of an office block overlooking Chitembe Park. It's an expensive area that caters to high-end clients, but the doctor only rents a single floor. Interestingly, the building is owned by the Flurasic family through a shell company.
Is that not publicly known?
More shells.
It is not.
Fluorescent was who was that?
That is the
The one that had somebody help them with the law, like making some laws or something.
correct.
Milgan, the one who was putting the pressure on Milgan.
Mm-hmm.
They also fund the clinic where the doctor works.
Mm-hmm. Who would like to give me a perception check to stake out the clinic?
Nah, Peaches is
Dog whip.
researching.
He likes that sort of
Who
thing.
will if allowed to.
Yeah.
Cornelius opens his big eyes, and Ava tries to help out as well, and she does. And you spend some time at like a cafe across the street, working on your novel, sipping
This is writing a novel?
sipping lattes, and the entire time that you are there, you notice that there is a pair of human security guards watching over the lobby. And see here. There are a number of windows that you could make your way to if you could fly as well.
I can do that now.
I can do that as well.
How does Ava fly? What is it? Is it like a jetpack or what?
She has an SLA because she's a sylph and she's now high enough level.
What's an SLA?
Spell-like ability.
Oh. Okay. I was just curious.
Jetpack too. I need to double check mine. And she has a jetpack.
So is that your thought there, Jim, for Ava? Is to send her up there? Because we can
She's pretty sneaky, so I
we
figured.
can invisibilize her as well and send her up there. And
Sure.
kind of walk around the corner, make her invisible, and that way it's not like
Your
super.
stealth goes to a plus. Is invisible is 20 plus 20 when you're moving?
Sounds right.
Plus 43.
Jesus Christ.
And when you're moving in this game, I think.
I'll take one of your words for it.
Plus 40 when you're standing still, plus 20 when you're moving.
So just to be clear, Cornelius is going to make Ava invisible, and then she's going to fly into the clinic by herself.
She's
That's
flying
a-
up through the window to look in the window.
Yeah, this is how we get rid of the gray.
Same question.
I mean, she's not going in.
Same question, and I look directly at Rix.
You
Well,
walk
Jack
away.
said BRB,
Oh,
but he can still see her. Rex can still see her.
I mean, only until she goes into the clinic.
Well, she has strict instructions not to. But
Wow,
we
this
can
group
we
got
can wait
real
for, we
trusting.
can wait for Jack to get back to see how he feels about it. Peaches is like inside. It's like a computer cafe, and she's inside on the computer doing research, so she's not really part of this conversation. So, like, I mean, I guess we could be doing it on comms. She's in there being Garcia and not really paying attention to what's going on out there.
Yeah, invisible is now just you cannot be seen.
Perfect.
Or in Starfinder.
Oh,
Starfinder's wild.
excuse me.
Thing out.
Well, the save time says yes. What checks would you like from me?
Well, if you're invisible, you're not going to have any trouble stealthing up there. You would need to open the window with an engineering check.
I thought I wasn't going in.
I mean, you could look into the window, and you see a hallway.
Oh,
Oh,
Well, she'll calms that. Well, now we're starting to get too far, so we'll wait for it.
Okay. Somebody tell a story. I'm going to go pee.
one time Alec had to pee.
The end.
Just that one time.
He took his trash upstairs, but not mine.
Is this his first time peeing? Is that why it's such a big deal?
Yeah, by
His trash
himself, yeah.
upstairs, but not mine. That's awesome.
He's finally using the big boy commode, so I'm trying to.
Well, it was his birthday. You got to start getting him on the potty. Oh man, sleepy time.
I pooped today.
Sleepy boy.
I slept so poorly last night. I don't know what's been going on. Oof.
Gotta just drug yourself.
I just woke up randomly at like 3:30.
Oof. Yeah, that's always shitty too.
It takes me a while to get back to bed, so like I didn't get back until like about 5.
Yeah.
Mine's like a trick of, can I keep my brain from thinking about work? If so, I can go back to sleep. If not, then I'm awake.
I have like a 20-second window to get back to sleep when I wake up. And if I don't manage to clear my brain before then, it's done. It's an hour.
That's rough. I've been taking naps as soon as the workday ends, which throws me off pretty hard.
Yeah,
And for some terrible reason, I've been waking up like 20 minutes before my alarm goes off in the morning, which is the worst.
Yeah, I fucking hate that because it's like there's no point in going back to sleep.
I keep trying, but haven't succeeded.
I have a problem in that I need to know what time it is if I wake up. Like, I have to know what time it is. Otherwise, I cannot go back to sleep. So I always have to look and see what time it is.
That's why you got to get yourself an Alexa, baby.
No, I don't want to talk to that bitch at 3 a.m.
I just be like, "What, Alexa? What time is it?"
Pretty much. Yeah. That's exactly what I do too. Yeah.
I mean, I have a Fitbit, so I can just look at my wrist and it will tell me what time it is.
You got to look at something. You got to like move your arms. Jesus. Someone's full of energy. Just humble bragging about how you can move your arm around.
If I yell at the Alexa at 3 o'clock in the morning, there's definitely going to be Alec waking up.
Well, that's his fault for not helping you sleep longer or knowing what time it was. I mean, either way, that sounds like his problem.
That's true.
Alec is like the lightest sleeper on the face of the earth.
Also true.
Super annoying.
I'm pretty good at dropping like a rock, but I just haven't been able to fall asleep till like 2 a.m. after my post-work nap.
Yeah, that's the killer. Getting like once I'm asleep, I'm a pretty sound sleeper, but getting to sleep's the less fun part.
I don't generally have trouble. Every now and then.
I'm gonna try to get back into reading the last couple hours of the day, trying to decompress, do it in the dark, just to lie down.
Yeah,
just kind of chill a little bit.
The no screen stuff, yeah, can definitely help. I
mean, the last couple weeks I've been a little screwed up beginning of the week just because the Bills have been on, so I have to watch them. Because I might be disowned if I don't.
Somebody else from Buffalo just comes to your door middle of the night.
We check up on each other. We can like smell it in the air. Like, Bill's on. Why the fuck aren't you watching? I mean, I drank my last cream ale last night watching.
I forgot that you guys had that crystal memory sphere that gave Peaches a negative level.
Oh yeah. Shit. I forgot about that too.
Which was worth a trust point.
Oh.
Why is that worth a trust point?
Because
you know what?
It links Hasselhow to KSN.
How does it do that?
because it
Sorry, I super don't remember.
it's how you learn that information.
Oh, that's what was in there after it fucked me over?
Did we find a way to like get rid of that for her?
She needs to make another save, I believe.
Yeah, it was like time dependent.
Give me another.
Probably at the end of the day.
Give me another.
Can you
will
get a
save.
restoration spell?
What kind?
Will.
Jesus fucking Christ. God's be kidding me.
Well, now it's an expensive restoration spell.
I'll say if you have a hero point, that is totally worth a hero point
That's
because
true.
those
But what if I just roll shitty again?
You could just
it's
go
worth it to try.
buy a
Because, like,
spell gem of
what's-
restoration,
Like flex, can't you? Like,
Okay.
or you could just crit it.
Hero point. There you go.
That'll do. You're no longer negative leveled.
And it's not expensive.
I mean, we did just get a whole bunch more money, but
It would have cost like 10,000 credits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do what?
Restorations suck. They're like nearly as expensive as resurrections. Jack back yet?
Doesn't seem that way.
Today is an awesome day.
Is it?
4?
I made actual baked potatoes in the oven.
Ooh.
I made some venison tenderloins, medium, and I've just been sitting back drinking maple whiskey. I
Nice.
mean, like, this is kind of the best day I've had in a while.
Yeah, it doesn't sound bad at all.
So I'm just enjoying listening to you guys talk.
Mhm.
Yeah, Flex hasn't said anything in quite some time.
Well, let's be
Very
honest.
sus.
Computers, like looking at data systems, that's not very,
Yeah.
flexy.
How does Flex feel about Effecta? Because she's an android.
Indifferent. Basically, it's not a real body, so it doesn't really exist. Pretty much.
What
Pretty much
does
that.
Flex think about robots? Same thing.
Just doesn't even really acknowledge they exist as a thing.
Okay, interesting.
So, just, I guess while everyone's talking computers and, conspiracy nonsense, Flex just
Doing
Doing-
push-ups.
push-ups, yeah, keeping that 36 pack.
Sure.
Let's see those athletics checks, man.
No. He's not doing push-ups. They just look like push-ups.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's
It's not-
just
there's
flying
no
in
mu-
place.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's no muscles to actually do things with Flex. There's just a swarm of insects moving in a way that resembles such muscle.
I'm confused by what a strength score for a swarm would represent.
With our combined strength.
Right.
I imagine it's the grip of
Force.
all the bugs holding each other together.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine it more like force, like the force of them versus their actual strength.
Oh no. Jack, can you tell us whether you would allow Ava to go into a clinic by herself while invisible?
Of course not.
It wasn't justified me. Just
Yeah,
to add that in there.
there's a 0% chance.
0% chance of that happening.
2 invisibilities. Is someone
I
going to
do
go
have-
with her?
I do have multiple invisibilities. That's not an issue.
But then if the two people are invisible, they can't see each other. That's still a fucking gray on the loose invisible by themselves.
And like the person who would be going with her would be Jack, not anybody else.
Handcuffs?
Like, this just feels like a debacle.
Do we have a paramedicals or handcuffs?
He just
Oh, but
can-
Ava could probably just break out of them too.
She has
I mean-
said that on record many
Yes.
times.
Multiple times.
I could chop her hands off.
She's never said that in character. I said that.
That's fair. Yeah.
There's a difference?
Much.
Don't we have some of that ion tape? Does it, like you can't? put
Yeah,
that
we
ion
technically
tape
do.
on-
We
Or-
sold that,
Earn trust.
but I mean, you could just go buy some.
Then we're going to have a invisible gray with invisible handcuffs running alone in a building? I don't think handcuffs really help with finger typing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. If
Kavina would volunteer to be ion taped to Ava, but
Just back to back, tape to her.
While invisible.
while invisible. But
this just feels
She would-
like a
she'll
pile
just
of
break out of
buckles.
that. So. That doesn't seem efficient.
Mm-hmm.
Even Flex thinks this is a terrible plan.
Okay, so we send Rix in because Rix can see her.
Right.
Can Rix run her down when she decides to run away and go cause havoc?
I'm
Problem.
We
don't
have
know.
heard consistently of how incredibly fast Ava is.
I'm still just trying to figure out like what you guys still think she's a gray for. Like every test, multiple tests have come back.
No,
as
we
well.
don't think you're a gray. We think you're working for the Grays.
Yeah, but nothing she has done has like even remotely hinted at that.
You don't have a background, so you have
Yeah.
to be a gray.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you weren't in the machine. I mean, this party doesn't trust anybody who isn't born in a vat. So
Yeah.
So Flex,
If you haven't experienced life the way we have, then you're untrustworthy.
I mean, she's been with you for your entire lives.
So I have memories of people who were with me for my entire life that aren't even real.
Yeah, but Ava's been there for everything you do, remember?
Supposedly.
Fair.
How much of it was real and how much of it was fake?
Good question.
how about the parts where she took hits for people?
Maybe you just did that to look good.
yeah, there was a whole lot of non-violent punching,
Yeah, really.
Exactly.
trying to save all the bad guys that are at the facilities doing bad things.
The gray like reptoids and the Discepians. Come on.
Oh,
You gotta actually
Flex
put this
wasn't
one.
there, but a rep.
That's exactly what a gray would want us to think.
Yeah. Yep. Wow. I haven't even seen you get hammered and try to punch somebody. I don't know. I feel like this is very medieval times. Like, if someone doesn't say they're a witch, then that person clearly is a witch as well.
Clearly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, we're all killing everybody in sight, but that one isn't. Dubious.
So the question
Dubious.
is, I guess who else can fly?
Peaches can,
Lex can.
but
Flex can.
And I can be carried.
Peaches is not a stealth character, and like,
The invisibility takes care of that.
yeah, but like, what if somebody in the building can see them and then they got a bluff or stealth or some shit? And
Well, you know
Kill them all.
already the building is empty at night.
Just go, Peaches. You can
Yeah. Go, Robo Dog. I want to see a
Alright.
battle royale. Robo Dog versus Gray
But
Air person.
Ava, yeah.
well, all right, if y'all think that's the best course of action,
Peach is like, I really wanted to have some vodka right now, but whatever.
I'll still have some.
That's fair. So Cornelius casts invisibility on the two of you, and then you set off. Do you say anything to each other on the way up to the window?
Come in with me. It's good to have backup. Because I'm assuming
Don't run
that.
off, okay?
Why would I run
Please
off?
don't make me chase you.
Ugh, okay. Side note, if I ever do run away from you guys, it's to run away from you guys, not because I want to join anyone else. Just to be clear, but that's not going to happen. So let's go.
Well, now you're talking about it. Now
Talking
things
about
don't
escaping?
Let's open this
There's
window.
no right answer for you, Ava.
Yeah.
She doesn't know that. She's still kind of
Just to be clear, we're on open comms, but it's telepathic.
Okay.
So we can hear everyone, but like we're not talking.
Ava can see Peach as long as she stays within 60 feet, by the way.
I'm staying within 2 feet.
Fair enough. I would say, like,
You
in
won't
case.
be able to smell my fart.
Ew. So what you need from us, Alec?
So you two can make it to the window and perform an engineering check to jimmy it open. That is definitely good enough. So carefully you open the window and you both float into the hallway. As you make your way through, you can kind of peer around the different corridors. You can see off towards the front of the clinic. There is a waiting room, of course. You saw this on your virtual tour. There's a window that looks onto the receptionist's desk. The hallway where you are, you see a door marked records. 2 doors marked exam rooms 1 and 2, and then another room which you believe to be the doctor's office. You can make perception checks to look around.
Okay.
Peaches, in the, let's see here. In the doctor's office, you see that something about the bookcase is a little off, and there is a
Secret chamber.
secret chamber.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, guys, we found a secret room out here in the doctor's office. Definitely suspect.
Definitely.
I'd like to go into it, but first I want to check the computer out and get his personal information and any evidence that he's working for some nefarious purposes.
Like the computer in his office.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me that check. Okay. So you and Betty log in easily, but not much of interest can be found in the records. You find names and personal information of some of the doctor's most famous clients, but you don't get anything, really.
Oh, wait. You have the idol. You want to try and do another roll higher, Peaches?
She
Well-
doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Do we get his address? Because we were also trying to figure out where he lives.
Yes, you can get that. You can also make a medicine check.
Ava, I ain't got none of that.
Just looking over the files here, you can see that none of these patients have any serious issues. The most grievous medical condition is a case of the flu, which you realize, Ava, is statistically unlikely given the number of patients that he has.
Something's falsified here.
He's fudging the numbers. What would be his motivation to do that? Like, because they're celebrities and they want to look like they're healthy and whatnot?
Could be.
We don't know. Okay. Well, what do y'all think, gang? Should we venture into the secret room?
I mean, it's what we're in here to do. Makes sense to me.
And we've confirmed that the only people in this building were those security guards in the front.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
In the security room, you see that there is a monitor that has displays showing the interior of the exam rooms. And there is also does anything. No. There is a computer here that is locked. You're going to need to break into it with computers.
Ava will aid. Peach is both her and her computer will aid her. Wow, never mind.
I think I have something for countermeasures too if it comes up.
What do you have? I need to know.
Well, I just was wondering if it was going to matter at all with the roll, but
Sounds like it might.
hold on, let me just do
She's got a plus on top of that due to Betty.
Okay, so whenever I use my custom rig to hack a computer, I can disable one countermeasure installed in the system except for a firewall. In addition, it can be used for et cetera, et cetera.
You can disable the countermeasure.
One countermeasure.
So you noticed as you were making your way in and that Betty took care of an alarm countermeasure for you. It looks like there was an outgoing transmission rigged to broadcast immediately to Ailish Florasic if someone accessed the system.
The computer system or back in this secret room?
The secret computer.
Good looking out, buddy. So Florasic pays for the clinic. So that's suspicious. Obviously, they know about this back room. Okay.
While let's see here. This contains records on all of the clinic's patients, and given that you have already looked at the computer at Dr. Gersick's desk, you take a brief look at some of those same files and realize these are quite different from the ones in his office.
Well, these are like the original blackmail records.
Medicine check if you need it.
The information on other Absalom Station luminaries is interesting. You can see that there are files on Aram, Lendalik, Milgan, and Vora Rin.
Just those?
Yeah.
So does that suggest that all of those have been altered in the official record that he has?
I don't know. You can take a look at them.
You said Aram, Klindalik,
Milgan, and Vora Rin.
Milgan.
Did you need the medicine check? I did it there.
No, you can easily tell the difference between these. Taking a look at Aram's file, being most interested in him, you see that the file itself is blank, except there is a note. And that note says, "I'll take care of this one. AF."
Which is the fluorescent or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Note saying...
Klindalik's file shows that she has more problems with her cybernetics than has been reported publicly, but it does confirm that she is Sheeran.
What did we think she was before?
I mean, a Sheeran.
A gray Sheeran.
Yeah, a gray Sheeran, a Reptoid Sheeran.
But I mean, this doesn't necessarily convince us. It could be not accurate.
Sure. The boo 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 boo. His records on Milgan indicate that she has a rare Kasathan degenerative nerve disease, but claims she is getting treatment from the priests of Talavet aboard the Adari.
So this is not in the official file, this disease.
Right, this is in the secret file.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Of quote-unquote true information.
So Perhaps she paid to have that one
Maybe.
erased.
Finally, Dr. Gersix notes in a report that dates back several years that Vora Rin is a reptoid.
Oh God. Is it like, hey, she my friend because she a reptoid, or is it like, bitch, reptoid, kill her?
Revealing she has been one since early in her political career. A message accompanies Vora's file that reads, "Let's sit on this one until she tries to make a move. AF."
Okay, so suggesting that
AF is a real.
As fuck.
they're obviously the ringleader of this group here.
Mhm.
But okay, so that would suggest, at least to me, that the doctor and AF are not reptoids themselves, because obviously they're not working with this person who is a reptoid.
Mhm.
They could be greys, they could be the species they claim to be, but I don't know that they're reptoids. Is it? What are the chances that the information we're reading is true versus false? Like, how do we know that what they're saying is like? How do we know what confirmation they have that this person
What
is
is real?
Yeah.
What is real?
Well, we
Like,
do know
are they-
that.
Go
We
ahead.
do know that AF is sort of a known peddler and blackmail. So
Yeah.
this is, I don't know. It leans to be more likely true if it's dirty stuff. They're probably, that AF's
Do
collecting.
you know some people with the initials AF yet?
Yeah, Eilish Florasic.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have found a picture of that dude, by the way.
I'm just wondering, like, what actual evidence do they have that this person is a reptoid versus just like speculating or whatever somebody else told them or something like that.
He looks like this.
Oh, what a skeeve.
Meathead.
Mm-hmm.
He looks very believable.
Yeah.
That's definitely the good guy.
Yep.
Hero.
I'm just wondering if there's a way to like confirm any of this information that we're reading with against something else.
What we can do is we can take down a copy and bring it to Effecta.
Yeah, I just don't know that she's gonna have any corroborating evidence.
You should probably point us in the right direction, and at the very least, she can. It's probably more than enough to get us a warrant.
The thing that I will say regarding the veracity of this information is that this investigation can only go on for so long. There's only so much you can investigate. So at some point, you're going to reach the bottom of the rabbit hole.
And then murder everyone down there.
Is this like when we play detective and you don't actually ever get a fact? You just kind of go on a whim and you're either right or wrong?
Like a real detective, yep.
Okay. Okay, so is that the all of the information to be gathered here?
Yes.
It's pretty significant information.
Okay.
Roll me a couple of quick perception checks as you're making your way out of the room, though.
You've been on camera the entire time.
We're invisible.
They are invisible.
Invisible camera.
So
Sensors, infrared camera shit.
you both notice sitting on a shelf near the door is a fancy silver cred stick. And as you take a look at the display, you see that it has 120,000 credits on it.
Holy crap!
A black card.
Yoink.
Yeah, we gonna take that.
Crap.
We take it and then we head on out.
All right.
Are there any other rooms? We did perception checks earlier, so I guess that was the only room that seemed of interest.
Yeah, there's just the exam rooms, and then the
I mean, we
waiting
could
room.
like hire a terminal for like 12 jobs with that.
Right.
I steal some lollipops for Cornelius
Sweet.
from the exam rooms, obviously.
Make a perception check.
In the exam room?
Oh, actually, you don't need to make it. You know there are cameras in the exam room.
I'm invisible though. I'm just gonna yoink
But
some.
you're gonna pick up a lollipop and they're just gonna see that.
That's true.
You're gonna see the shiny silver card just floating in the air towards the window.
So
No one saw anything.
if you are going into the exam rooms, you find a couple more things. Each room has 2 purple and 1 white hypo pen. So that would be each room has that. So 4 purple and 2 white hypo pens.
All right. Well, Ava, you pick this stuff up in a way that is secretive, so that the camera don't see it.
I mean, even if you pick it up, like it's floating around.
That's true.
It goes in your backpack.
That's weird.
So then, yeah, I'm getting the lollipops in for Cornelius.
Okay.
Or you just temporarily shut the camera down, like so it just has like a blip.
Yeah, you could have just turned them off also.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because, you're both excellent at computers. And could have just flipped the off switch.
Yeah.
Whoa. Using the skills or the switches? No.
No.
Okay. So you can head back out of the clinic, having learned quite a bit of information.
Is quite a bit of information.
I guess we take it back to Effecta.
Sure. You can cruise on over to Orphis Tower, chat with Effecta, whose handout I can totally find. Not it. Oh right, book 4. That's where she is. Boop, boop. Okay. So you arrive back there and give her the files about Vora Rin, and what was the other thing you learned? I think the information from Nadhu as well.
And then there was something about Aram saying, "I will take care of this."
AF said he would take care of it. So that will bump you up to 5 trust points.
Okay, so we found that talking to the other guy that House Rycast paid to have records changed, but there was no evidence of that in the secret files. Like,
Is there a paper trail there?
There wasn't. That seems to be something that was kept off the books. You could do a little information gathering on House Rycast on the way back if you want, since no one has really checked into them.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Diplomacy.
Yeah.
Jeez, plus 26.
Wild.
Yeah.
I'm good at talking to people.
He's the CEO of Almost Chicken. He's got to be diplomatic.
It's true.
Good point. Okay, so Uvali herself, who is the candidate, you know that she's a rising star among the house. As with all drow houses, they do have a shadier side. Like most of the corporations on Apostate, they're into weapons manufacturing, armor manufacturing. But they do keep Uvali away from that, and she looks innocent of any, crime, as much as a drow noble can be. Let's see if there's anything else you learn about them. Nothing at the moment, really. You could try to contact them if you wanted.
The house?
Yeah.
Oh.
And ask them what? Did you pay to have records changed?
I don't know. I'm just giving you
All right.
options.
So we're pretty sure that Gavalar, Sknor, Klindalik, and Uvali are not reptoids, right?
Yeah.
And
Uvali.
same thing on the Kasatha, right?
Which one's the Kasatha again?
Milgan, Nivris, Kachal,
The long-named one, yeah.
Yeah. I have maybe next to Aram, Luciferin, Vorarin, and Zia Cho at this point.
That seems about right.
Yeah.
And Hasselhow?
Yeah, I don't know one way or the other.
We found a lot of evidence on Hasselhow. I think Hasselhow probably is too.
Okay.
Lex is confused why you don't use all this money and knowledge of people who can change records to change all y'all's records. So you can just not be criminals anymore.
Because we have a real way of becoming not criminals that will not have over our shoulder for the rest of our lives.
$10,000. You have your answer.
Well, we just have 120,000 credits that we stole. That we could, I guess.
You can do it twice each, just in case the first one doesn't stick.
Need to get the clean slate from Dark Knight Rises.
I mean, then they're just going to blackmail us forever, and I could be used as a weapon. I don't want that.
Aren't you being used as a weapon currently?
I mean, at this point, they're only asking us to do recon.
I know, and your natural skills are killing things. You're being underutilized.
Okay, Pansy.
Honestly, at this point, as much as I want to keep going, we should probably cut it.
Yeah.
Jack here.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're now back to decision making on next move time.
Right.
Yeah. The problem. Okay. All right.
It's all good.
Cool.
It's 9:15. There's plenty of time to order Cold Stone.
That's true. That's true.
Is it a Friday week or a Monday week this week?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah.
Both week. Ayo.
Or a both week. Yeah.
I'll leave that question to the birthday girl.
Oh, yeah, it is my birthday this weekend.
Wow.
Hey,
you guys are like born at a similar time.
Yeah, we're a year and a week apart.
You're what? In a week apart?
A year and a week.
Oh. That's almost the same time.
Basically. My sister's birthday is on the 23rd.
Wow.
I actually have two friends who have the same birthday as me. They're married too.
So what big event is in March in Texas?
I don't know. Hotness. People don't want to go outside.
Getting in the air conditioning.
I think it's probably like wedding anniversaries or birthdays.
There you go. Got a whole lot of family with birthdays in March.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Oh, shit.
All right. I'll go ahead and cut this stream here and then we can talk some of this out.